My name is and I am from FOS Management. Today we are at our institution, the Vaal University of Technology. Now we're trying to find out what happens during registration for first years and what happens before the academic year commences. Now guys, rumor has it, VUT tradition still lives on. Is there going to be a strike? We'll find out today. We did say we want first year experience. Now right here I get started first year student Mamello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. What are you going to be studying at the Vaal University?
I'll be studying retail and business management.
Nice one. So you're excited?
Yes, I am.
Okay, how do you feel about moving from being a matric student to being a varsity student? How does it make you feel?
It feels great.
Really? Are you nervous? King in total,
meeting new people. Yeah.
So are any of your friends from high school going to be here? Or
no.
So you're going to be the only one? No, but we got you. VUT is a big family. What are you most looking forward to? You know, when you come to varsity, you already have expectations. What do you look forward to? What are you expecting from your varsity experience?
Academic excellence.
Girl, is that all? Entertainment-wise,
Yes,
what are you looking for?
No, not really.
Okay, and when you were applying, was the process easy? Was it difficult? Registration?
It was easy.
Was it? Was it easy because did you apply last year or late application?
I applied last year.
Okay. And then registration? Did you get?
No, I didn't struggle. There were people willing to help me.
Oh, okay. So you're happy with the service that you received?
Yep, I'm really happy.
Do I see you cum laude student how graduate?
Yeah.
Okay guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Mamello. Thank you. Here with VUT volunteers and SRC member, I have Mzwake, I have SRC sports officer Kabelo, and I have Kamu, who's also a volunteer. Now I'm going to be asking you guys a couple of questions about what's happening, about registration, about the academic year as a whole. For you, Mzwake, as a volunteer, you do know about like what volunteers do in exchange for space. You've heard about that. It's a big thing in all varsities. What do you think? What's your take on that?
For space, I don't understand when you say space.
Like good one to make your way up into getting to the institution. What do you think about? What's your take on that?
Well, me, those are rumors. I've heard people actually say, talk about those things, but I've never experienced them. What we do is we find students who are here to register, and then we give them rooms. So at a certain room, girls will be sharing, and then guys will be sharing a different room. So for that one that you're helping somebody for sexual favors, I have no idea. I have not experienced it now. I do my work diligently.
Mr. Sports Officer, you know when we hear VUT Sports Officer, people, first years especially, they don't know what you do. What is your job exactly?
Oh, okay. As the sports officer of VUT, the Sports Student Representative Council, which I'm a employee officer. Okay, my duty is to monitor the processes in the sports. Normally, what I do, I'm just fighting for them. What they should get, what they should not get, what's happening, the procedures are they being followed or what, so that I can now approach and confront the management on how and why is this not done. What else is happening?
So you work hand in hand with sports teams, the whole meeting?
I work with you.
Kamo, I have a question for you. Regarding the strike, I see that you're a SASCO. Yeah, within. You're within. Regarding the strike, where does SASCO stand with the strike? What is happening? Is there a strike? What is it all about? Because all over our hashtags, where does SASCO stand with that?
Yesterday, the BBC and the QI structures had a formal meeting. They met up and discussed the matter of the strike. At SASCO, they decided that, you know what, we're going to distance ourselves from the strike because it's an EFF strike. And EFF didn't approach SASCO and such. We were just told. And you can't just tell us to do something. We must come, discuss it, see what the way forward is. So as SASCO, the strike, we know nothing about it. SASCO is distant from the strike.
So clarified, SASCO has nothing to do with this strike, you guys. Okay, now I just want to hear from you, Mr. Sports Officer. The new Vice Chancellor, Mr. Rains. He is from the Vaal. He's from the University of Johannesburg. You guys are aware that UJ didn't experience Fees Must Fall because of he's a very stern man. where do you see this institution under his wing?
Okay, from Mr. Rensberg, according to his reputation, he's good at his work. So, us as VUT, you can't just stand back and say because of Rensberg's reputation is doing well. But if he's doing mistakes, we must align and say, hey my man, this is how things should be. Okay, we want change as VUT, but it shouldn't move as fast as we do. You understand? Step by step. There where we know where we are going. So we can't just say online registration. We know that the system of which has been failing us even during the senior registration. Online application, online that system has never worked. It worked for plus minus 5 hours now, since it is down. They told us that okay, we'll implement the Wi-Fi in the stadium so that this thing can work smoothly. How can we be able to implement the Wi-Fi in the stadium whereas in the residences we're looking Wi-Fi? We have a Wi-Fi tower. Even today it's not working since when was it installed. So now the communication office in VUT, it says that we have the strategic things which will be used so that this online system and registration will go smoothly. How can that thing be implemented whereas they've been failing to implement that for the past 4 years? So as for Rensberg, we're just afraid of his reputation.
Can I just put my 2 cents in also? I mean, one thing about VUT, we have more than 25,000 students. So there's this other law that he passed that he only wants 30 volunteers from all the political structures to assist the SRC in registrations. So I don't know if you've been through VUT. We know that registrations are to die for. Even if we had like 900 volunteers, we still struggle to actually handle all the registrations. So now all his remarks are, I don't know, uncalled for, because first things, 30 students, volunteers can't do anything. 30 students. They sit in the offices and then they release commune that this is how things are going to work, but they know nothing about the groundwork. You know, you meet some students who are actually lacking some documentation, and only 2 students can actually help only this side. We talk about from the stadium to all over campus. So 30 students can't accommodate that. And you need people who are actually more experienced in these certain things, in this field. So again, he also spoke about how he doesn't want people staying in the temporary rooms in main res. So imagine the buses that people are coming with from Limpopo, Mpumalanga, where they're supposed to sleep. So I'm totally against that. I'm not for the EFF strike. I'm waiting for SASCO to actually say, let's take it to the streets, because they're not listening to the students. He's not actually being sympathetic to what's happening, because some of the students, the first time, I think they had to sleep in campus, and they had to sleep. For them to sleep, they had to strike. The leaders had to fight with the security guards and whatnot. For students only to sleep in campus, the next day the system was down for almost the entire day.
But don't you guys think that manner of approach builds a tower? Like if you could confront the Vice Chancellor and say, this is our problem, in a very calm manner.
Yeah.
I feel like the Vice Chancellor has been approached so many times by the SRC. But that man is a man that stands his ground.
He's very stern.
He says, he doesn't take.
Yeah.
He says, he tells you what to do.
Actually, meeting with the Vice Chancellor is an administrator. It's not yet the Vice Chancellor. But according to the rule of Austria, that man is trying to fight to be the Vice Chancellor of VUT. That's why he demanded 2 years. What can be the administrative VUT. So even if the registrar is say that should we follow this man, he's telling us, says no. We are the management in children, so when we come back to estimates.
Guys, thank you so much for giving me your time. I really appreciate it as school leaders, and hope the first years look up to y'all. When they need any help, they know who to come to. Thank you so much.
SASCO, the first French in campus.
Thank you guys. So right now we just had a conversation with 2 volunteers and 1 SRC member, Kabelo Muzwaki and Kamo. They spoke about what's happening in VUT right now, about the Vice Chancellor, who we know as Vice Chancellor, but rather is the administrator. Personally, I think VUT is going to move to greater heights because this man is very stern. He didn't come here to play. But as you hear, political parties are going to have a meeting with him. And as for the strike, we only know that SASCO is not involved because the EFF has not said anything to him about the strike. We're going to find out more information. Keep on watching FOS. Guys, now I am with BLF, VUT BLF. Your names?
My name is Cholestelo.
Solestelo and?
Tabiso Matani.
Can you guys explain the abbreviation BLF? Think PLF.
Okay, PLF is Black First, Land First.
Black first.
Yes, it's a political party for black only. Yes, somehow some people or black people don't have a problem with it, but white people see it as a threat to them because they think it's somehow hate speech because our slogan is land or death. So
That is brutal.
Yes,
That is.
it might be brutal to some, but yes, it's a black only party. So yes, Black First, Land First is a party that only accepts black people, no white people.
So what's your mission and vision in all of this? In you accepting black people, where are you trying to go with the movement?
Okay, number one, we fight for radical economic transformation, RET. I'm sure you know that, enforced by our former president Jacob Zuma. That's why we always stand by his side. Okay, so our aim and vision is for radical transformation for all black people. Because as you can see nowadays in every company, bank or whatever that's happening, white monopoly capital is happening there. White people are benefiting. So our company is only based on fighting against white monopoly capital. We are all about black empowerment, actually.
Okay, so in this institution, sir,
Yes.
where do you see your party moving? Like, where are you guys going to fill in the gaps? What have you seen that BLF can add into the VUT structure?
Okay, as here in VUT, we are not just BLF. We are BLF focusing on the student movement.
So what does the SM stand for?
Student movement.
Oh, BLF student
BLF
movement.
student movement. So in that fact, we're just here for students. You see some other students, they can't bafuna nje bafamila nje bafuna ukukhuluma nomuntu yabona akhona ma-understand that. So we're here for that. We just want to articulate this. Sithola ama-student khona kwamanje sasebancane yabo. So we are not because la esikoleni siregister I think last year first semester. So we're not 2018 late. So asikho baningi for now nje sisa-recruiter our members and siyakhona ukusha lapho nalapho. Njengamanje as you can see, it's registrations. We are trying to be everywhere. Siza abantwana because first years nama-direction abazi ukuthi bayaphi. So we're there for them. Sikhona ukubonakala in the near future bafuna ukwazi ukuthi okay iPLF nayi yenza so. For now.
So for our political parties azayo, because obviously we're going to grow as people, as the youth, we are very youth yamanje siyakhuluma. How do they register? Any process of registration?
Registration into BLF.
Into being a political party at the institution. I usually send registered at 2018 lab in the institution.
Yeah.
So ningena kanjani ni process yakhona? Bafunani?
No, you just need a number. You just go around in the form. Just get like I think it's
Form, I think it was 70 something, if I'm not mistaken. But
you just need signatures.
Then
Petitions like
Petitions like 70 people signing in, then you go submit it. Then by check out and all that, so then they approve. But first it starts with national, BLF national, the main branch. We ask from them, we can have a student movement, then they say it's fine, you can do it. So Sakara Live VUT, yes. So,
guys, with everything. Thank you so much for being able to stand in front of the camera and do this. Thank you.
Thank you.
So guys, moving to varsity, the transition is a very personal one. Now I'm lucky to find mother and son with here to us today with us. Sorry guys, mumble jumble once again. It's been a busy, absolutely busy. You guys, mumble. Mama, how do you feel about Mwana Oyanko varsity? Are you proud of your results into your beauty?
I feel proud and so blessed because I didn't expect things will go smoothly like this today. But it has been hectic, so busy, and the queues and stuff and everything, information. Well, it was easy to reach.
What are you going to be studying? Ooh, an engineer. So, Mama, what do you love for school or what kind of school?
Coming from South. We are from the West. Analysis rates.
So, are you happy with the movement? Make mom proud. We must still be looking for you, Mr. Engineer. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm joined here by the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters for Vaal University of Technology. Would you guys please introduce yourselves?
Okay, my name is Tsikhufatso Memisi. I'm the Sports and Cultural Officer, Branch Leadership of VUT. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Nanda Masendi, the Chairperson of EFF Student Command in VUT branch.
My name is Ndomusu Musima, the Acting Deputy Chairperson of VUT branch.
Okay, one thing I loved about EFF, guys, for the first time we see a woman in charge politically. Why do you think women are scared of being politically inclined? Or is it women or is it the system? What's going on? Why aren't there a lot of women in politics?
Okay. In politics, there's no gender. We're all suffering. I think we're going the experiences are the same.
That's right.
If he's a guy, he doesn't have money for registration. I'm a lady, I don't have money for registration. We have the same problem, I understand.
Okay, so with the strike that's going on, where do we stand with the strike? What is the strike about? What can people expect? Is there going to be a strike?
I would like to start by clarifying the fact that we all know that VUT is under administration.
Mm-hmm. So it's not vice. I keep saying it's not vice chancellor, like administrator.
He's an administrator.
Okay.
And as we know that it's an university which has political structures, which must also remember as political structures, we deploy our SRC members who must sit in the council where decisions are taken by the management to make sure that the management does not only take decisions which suit them, but they make decisions which also accommodate students and not suppress them. You understand? So now I think under this administration we have been suffering from where the people we deployed to go and represent the students, they are being suppressed. They are not being given chance to engage with the management on what the students are crying about. Every time they try to put issues on the table, they are being told that we are just a SRC. We are having management on board which takes decisions which they think is suitable for the university. But the problem is that the university is the students. So if you are saying you are taking decisions for the people who are actually crying about the decisions you are making, we are now reaching a level whereby we don't understand if the decisions are to benefit the management or they are to benefit the students. Right now we are sitting with a high rate of students which are already returned home at this point. Students which don't have 4,000 for the registration process. You understand? We must know that we are being suppressed to a extent that even employment is difficult. So if a student did well in matric and released for level 7, I don't see why can't we have systems of assisting such students to study. You understand? We know that there are people from rural areas who find it difficult. There are families in rural areas whereby they don't have a phone at all. But we are saying they must apply NSFAS through online. And they are down there in Van. You understand? They are down there in KZN there. There's no phone at all. There's not even network there. You understand? So that child never got a chance to apply NSFAS. We are saying it's fine. They miss that opportunity.
They can do it again
when
now.
they come here, let us as the university have a system of assisting those who didn't manage to apply for NSFAS. You understand? So that they can be assisted and enter the system. They're saying no. They just want 4,000. If you don't have 4,000, they are not going to accommodate you. Now check, it's fine. A parent can have money. It's not a problem also. A parent who's having cash to come and pay for that registration process, the parent is told, no, you can't pay here. You must go to Vanderbijlpark Campus and pay. What's going to happen if you get marked that 4,000? You must go and hustle another 4,000 to come and pay. It's a very difficult situation. So the strike, we want to make it clear as the EFF Student Command to say, we are going to do all it takes to close gates and make sure that all people who come, who are hungry for education. Education is something which They fought for it long time ago. I don't think we must be celebrating both June 16 if we are still suffering from this. You understand? So education is the thing which they fought long time ago and say students must have access of education. So if it's being denied, it's our duty as the youth not to kill the youth of June 16, not to say you died for nothing.
But to live up to what
you
they
understand?
fought for.
We must stand for what they fight for. We must stand for that. And we are not saying we want to be violent, we want to break things, we want to bend things. It's our institution, we love it. This is where our future begins. This is where our career is standing. But we are just saying, let the management recall that whatever decision they are taking is a decision which must include what the people which are under this institution feel about them. You understand? That's what we are crying for. Now we are having people who are told that they can have walk-ins for late application. You understand? The issue of late application, I can refer it back to the issue of NSFAS. Not everyone can reach the access of applying early. You understand? And I want to make this message clear. We are having people who are growing in very abusive families. We have people who are growing in very abusive families, whereby immediately when they get this whoop wall of coming out in those families at this time of January, they are hoping to come here and start their new future and life, you understand? So all we are saying to the management is that no, we have been requesting meetings. We can't just wake up and say let's go to the street. We have been requesting, we followed the procedures, we begged them for meetings. Because the SRC came to us as their deployees and said, you know what, comrades, we are failing. We are being abused, we are being bullied, there's nothing we can do. Now it's up to us as political structures to say, if the people who are appointed, they are being bullied, now it's our duty to take off, you understand? So basically that's the demonstration you are seeing. During the day you saw us at stadium, we managed to go and stadium and engage there. But the problem we are having with VUT, every time they see students singing, they act violent. Already we are having 2 students which are in a hospital now, which were beaten up by the securities at this level. And I don't think even yourself you saw any physical fight from us. You understand? So basically that's the process, and we'll be updating further. You must keep coming to us. We'll update you further when we move forward. Now we are sitting, the management is sitting with the memorandum we submitted. They are meeting us tomorrow. That's if they don't lie again. But they said they will be meeting us tomorrow.
What we actually wanted is that the operations must stop, because these people, the process is continuing. They are going to pay those 4,000. You understand? Yeah. So we wanted the processes to stop. That's why we were at this
We as FOS had a very busy day today. We met up with all political parties, the EFS, PESMA, SASCO, BLF2, and we figured what's going on, who's a part of the strike, what the strike is about. Guys, it's been very exhausting. The first years are very excited to be here. Parents are excited. But we as VUT are still working on issues that we are tackling. The registration fee issue and a lot more. Don't forget to subscribe to FOS. Until next time.